Hello and welcome to Optimum Live. My name is Martin Crowson. I'm joined as ever by Tom Healy, the MD of Optimum. Good afternoon, Tom. As you may have gathered, folks, we've got a bit of a lag on here today with Tom. You there, Tom? Can you hear us? No, it's a 30-second lag so far.
Hello?
He's back. Tom, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, I just completely lost connection. It just had a weird spinny wheel. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, folks, bear with us today. We've had a little bit of connection issues in the 10 minutes warming up to going live today, so bear with us. Hopefully we'll be okay. We're here today to talk about the benefits of the online rehab situation that Tom and Optimum have got in place for you if you've got any injuries. So we're just trying to find out today a little bit more about that, how it can benefit you and how it can also save you money in the long run when you're recovering from an injury. If you're watching us on YouTube today, you're very welcome. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell, or you'll be notified first before we're back online again. And if you're watching us on LinkedIn today, hello again, and you're very welcome. So let's crack on, Tom. Firstly, Optimum's online rehab session, tell us a little bit more about it, and how does it differ from maybe other places people may have gone to get rehabilitation and treatment for injuries?
Yeah, I guess one of the first things, Martin, is that we try to put some sort of rehab plan together for people. So for the long run, so whether you've just come in with a end stage issue and you kind of just want to get back to playing sport and you're back 2 or 3 weeks off, kind of fine. But if you've got a long-term injury or something that needs a long progression, we try to put a plan in place. And that may involve follow-up texts, follow-up calls, emails, and also like a plan with hyperlinks on for people to follow their exercises. And that can sometimes involve an initial assessment here in the clinic. Sometimes we do that online. And that's fine. You know, there's some cases where we might have a conference call and sit down for 10 minutes, 15 minutes and go, do you know what, you need to come in? Or actually, no, we can deal with this over the phone and get to work with sort of in a scenario a bit like this with video camera.
Okay.
Get some ideas of where the person's at and what they can cope with.
When I was a kid, we used to, with sports injuries, used to go and see a sports therapist or physio. And once you booked in once, they'd book in your next 8 sessions, once or twice a week to come in. You're guaranteed to spend 400 quid because they want to see you 8 times. It sounds like things have progressed a little bit since then. And that technology helps you stop people having to come in so often.
Yeah, absolutely. And also time, time to drive, time to get here, time to get changed, leave work, whatever it may be. And actually we can do the online sessions with somebody in their living room. As long as we've got enough space and a good enough connection like we've struggled with today, then it's absolutely fine. It works really well. And I've done that with many people and many clients over the years. And I think that's something that's probably going to move be moving in the right direction for people who even don't live locally, people who live abroad or people who live away from sort of a clinic hub or a clinic base. That can be done online.
Okay. Give us an example. Let's work through a 10 case study. I've got a hamstring injury, heard it pop during a game of football, come to see you.
Yeah.
You've met me in the clinic. Yeah. We've had a session there. We've found out what you think is the problem, and I go away. Where do we go from there?
Yeah, so once you've been into the clinic and we've gone through that assessment and worked out exactly which hamstring it is and what the problem area is, what we can then start to do is we can then start to put together specific exercises for you into your injury and returning back to your sport. And that may involve go away, work on these for the next 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks' time come back, and in 2 weeks' time what we'll do is we'll reassess those exercises, or we can do that over the phone and video. Here's the next block of exercise and the next progression on. And it may well be just a simple chat like it would be in the clinic, but over the phone or via call like this.
Tom, when you're saying here are your exercises to go and do, what? I've got a list of those on an email. Have I take them away from me, or you sending me links to something?
No links. So we've built a bit of a YouTube library here. So we've got a library of I don't know how many exercises now, hundreds, and they can be tailored and be made a little bit more specific and unique to you, and they can be sent to you with specific reps and sets on, and often shared on like a Dropbox type file, something like that, where you at the other end, the client at the other end has access to that, and they can type in how many reps and sets they actually completed, what dates they completed it on, and then that's a shared file that I can see at this end as well. So it means that we can catch up virtually and don't have to do that in person.
So that's great for me because, you know, I remember from my past, I go away with a set of exercises that the physio or the sports therapist told me to do. I forget half of them, and then the other few I do on the first couple of days and then forget about them and then wonder why I'm not fit in time. So with these visual exercises to see, I've got no excuse, and it helps you monitor how I'm doing with the long-term benefit of getting me fitter quicker.
Absolutely. No, completely makes sense. It shortens the whole rehab process. It makes things much clearer for you as a client or you as an individual to understand what you need to be doing. And often I'll talk over the exercise on the YouTube links. And if not, it's just a demonstration, a simple demonstration of how to complete the exercise. Often we'll have run through them maybe once in the clinic as well. And they're just there for another reference as to something to look back on and to help guide what you need to be doing over those next week or two.
Okay, and they would be with a view to maybe coming back and see you after a fortnight to see how we're physically progressing?
Yeah, completely. Yeah, that could either be back in the clinic in a fortnight, or if you're further afield, it could just simply be another a call like this, Martin, where we know how the hamstrings should progress, and it's just asking simpler questions of just how you're getting on, how things going, which exercise are you finding okay, which ones you still find challenging. And then from that, we can then decide which exercise to progress, rewrite the program, modify the things that we need to modify, and send back out. And then that can be modified again by the reps and sets. And the individual can then input the areas that they find difficult or easy. And yeah, it can be progressed from afar. It's not doesn't need to be done in person as such.
And presumably because of that bank of videos that you built up in your Optimum library, the progressions are always there as well. So it's not go away, do these exercises for 6 weeks, come back and see me. It's go away and do these for a week, and then progress to the next ones for a fortnight, and so on and so on.
Absolutely. And if there's something really specific that somebody needs for their specific sport that might be unique to a completely different sport, then we can video that. You know, we can video that again, upload it, and then send that link out. So we haven't got an unlimited bank of exercises and saying that we've covered all bases. There's always going to be something that we come across and actually go, oh, we need to video that again. Not a problem. Like we can just do that here in the clinic and set that up and upload it online within minutes.
What if I'm a semi-professional athlete or a really keen athlete? For example, I might be trying to get fit in time for a marathon or something like that. Halfway through my rehab, I've gone away on holiday to Scotland or the South Coast or something. Is there an opportunity for something like we're doing today where we can have a live call and perhaps we can talk about things? Is that one of the options?
Yeah, absolutely. No, completely, 100%. And you don't even need anybody else there to try and measure things or do things for you. There's a series of tests that we can complete, and the same tests that you would complete in the clinic here, we would complete virtually. So you could do that from afar, and I can talk you through what you need to do, and I can demo it from this side. So I can show you what to do, and you just tell me what you experience, or if it's painful, or that's something that can be done from afar. No, absolutely. So it doesn't mean you're missing time. It doesn't mean you miss a session whilst you're away on holiday, or I'm away, and we there's a 2 or 3 week gap. No, that's not a problem. We can do that from afar.
Great. What sort of feedback have you had from people since you brought this in, Tom?
Really useful. I think people find it useful. I think one thing that people enjoy is the travel. They haven't got the travel aspect, so they haven't got that half an hour, 40 minutes where they've got to squeeze out of work or struggling in the traffic and to make time to get here. And they can just pick a time that suits them. Maybe it's a lunch break where they don't have to have that time either side of the session to make plans to get here and get back.
Yeah.
And also the relevance of the exercise and the videos online gives people access to watch them back and back and back again, and make sure that they're doing the exercises correctly for the first at least 2 or 3 sessions, and then generally people kind of catch on what they need to be doing, and it's just there again as a reference should they need to go back to it.
And good feedback from people in terms of how quickly they got fit as well throughout these programs.
Yeah, no slower, generally about the same, if not maybe a bit quicker, because people have got that program there in front of them to follow. So yeah, it's certainly not a slower process, and it seems to give people a bit more ownership as to kind of crack on and push on and make the most of the exercise and what they need to be doing.
Okay, and how tech savvy do you need to be? If I've got another 20 or 30 years on me and I'm struggling, I still do it.
No, I'm not very tech savvy, and I can put them together. So you don't need much. Just need to be able to open an email, open an attachment, and click on the link, and that's it. That's it.
Okay, great stuff. Thanks, Tom. That's really interesting. You can find out more about Optimum and the way Tom works and the common injuries he treats by visiting the website there. If you're watching us on YouTube today, like I said at the start, and you've not subscribed yet, please do. There's a whole host of information on there with various injuries and how to treat them, how to prevent them. So please check that out. If you want to get in touch with Tom to find out any more about the online rehab we've discussed today, you can email him there. And Tom, also over the Christmas period, people can email you with any emergencies. You're not planning to be in the clinic, but there's an option there if people are really, really struggling, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, if people desperately need to get in, if there's something going on that they need to get ready for, or whatever reason, yeah, by all means, contact me and get in touch on the email. Phone's probably going to be down for a few days, but yeah, just drop an email. Okay.
And you've a few well-earned days off yourself?
Yeah, just spending some time at home with family. Nothing too hectic. And then back in on the 2nd, I believe it is, the Tuesday.
Okay. Are you cooking or eating? Or both?
Bit of both. Yeah, I'm cooking on the 24th. We do a traditional Polish dinner. My granddad was Polish, so we do a bit of a traditional Polish dinner.
Okay.
And that's on the 24th, and then the 25th, Mum cooks, so I get to enjoy that.
Feet up, nice one. Okay, nice one, Tom. Thanks a lot for joining us today, Tom. Much appreciated. Have a lovely Christmas, mate, and we'll catch up with you in the new year.
Excellent. Have a good one too, Martin. Enjoy, and catch you then.
Thanks a lot, folks. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back with you in the new year with some more ways to treat various common injuries that all sportsmen and sportswomen get. Be here on Optimum Derby Live. I'm Martin Crowson, wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll see you in the new year. Goodbye.